Hey guys, and welcome back to another video on Sunday. Today I have 3 different gameplays for you. One is a little longer, I would say, and the other are quite short. Let's hop right into them. Here we have the first one. This one is with Black Purple Luffy against Carrot. So this one is quite fast. Yeah, we have just a basic starter hand. I would say it's kind of nice. We have some 2Ks, we have some searchers, some starter, the starter law. It's in general like I would say a really good starting hand. Of course, one Moria would be nice. But it's just to be safe in general. It's also fine to start like this and hope for the best in the future. He plays out the Zoo as a leader ability, or she is playing it out. I'm not so familiar with Carrot. It's maybe not the most common deck to play. She plays out the Wonder. This is the Mink Searcher. Looks like she's playing a kind of Mink heavy deck. Of course, for the leader it fits quite well, but I also saw some playing the Doflamingo package in it because of the 10 cost Dofi, which is really strong. Yeah, we just go 5 into life. We have a 4 cost to play, so yeah, let's take it. And also we got the Moria, which is quite nice. Always want to see it, maybe 1 or 2 a little later in the game, which is always quite nice. We can ramp with the starter Zoro, have 3 Dons still open, and yeah, play the Shiki, why not? A blocker's always nice, of course. Carrot will rest it probably, but yeah, she immediately does it. But I feel like Shiki has the biggest value in the trash, because then you can revive it with Moria, especially if you don't have a Beppo in trash. Also, if the opponent is kind of pushy and tries to get early for your life, it's kind of beneficial to have additional blocker, as well as the Frankie, of course. We need to get into the trash. So now we're trying the, what is the name of it? Or maybe we play the Frankie. Yeah, maybe first the Frankie to ramp and get an additional Don. We need to trash a card. 2K is completely fine, I think, so we can have the Sanji for later. We get another 2K, so it's fine. The starter Lorna Zoro. So now we are removing the Carrot, which is quite nice to get rid of her, because she is really annoying, because she always taps one down and frees them. She's not tapping them down. Usually when they attack they are tapped, and then she's freezing them, especially when she can do it like every turn when she attacks like the character Carrot. And the leader can tap in general, so yeah, she can keep opponents freeze like forever, especially if Carrot has several of them. Yeah, we go with Zoro into life. She's a 5 life leader, so yeah, I think she could take one, but yeah, I feel like this hand size maybe she should have counted out, because now we're going with 7 into life, and yeah, she takes us as well. She taps down our Frankie and plays the Nico Mamushi. The question is, it gains rush if 7 or more rested cards are here. And 2, she has 5. I think she had rush. I don't know why she didn't attack. Maybe she wanted to save it for another turn. Makes sense. Sometimes it's good to rest a character, not to rest, to save a character. But now we're playing the Sanji. Ramp up the 2 Dawn and rest the Nico Mamushi. Going with 8 into 6, she's not countering out. 5 into life, she takes it as well. Another 5 into life, and she takes it as well. I'm not so sure about the game style. Yeah, I'm a little confused about how she played this out. Oh, I forgot to put every time the camera in here. Yeah, probably it's a beginner, but in the end, you saw that there is the, oh yeah, and she's playing the 10 cost Luffy. I felt like the leader in general is quite interesting. Also, she has some interesting cards in her hand. For yeah, another carrot which would have been also strong. She has the 3 cost event which rests all characters. For I think also for the trigger, which is quite nice. What else do we have? On playing opponent has 7 or more as the Don cards. No, just 7 cards in general. KO up to one of your opponents, 2 or lower cost. Also quite nice for getting rid of the blocker we have. So in general, I think Carrot is a small counter to Black Purple Luffy. She has some really good cards to keep us locked and remove especially the lower characters. Yeah, so I feel like she would have had a decent chance winning against us. Kind of sad that she didn't even counter out because she has some counters in hand, but yeah, I feel like this game ended way too early, especially she has a 2k counter as well, so there are quite a lot of counters in here, but I feel like Carrot is kind of interesting leader, but it's not so common that I see people playing her, which is kind of sad. So now we have the next gameplay. We are playing the one and only cross guild leader Buggy, and yeah, we mulligan. We hope for a better hand, and we get the perfect hand. We're playing out the 1 cost searcher, the Mr. 3, and we're getting the last missing piece for our 5 Don turn and 7 Don turn, and we even get the Shanzi's Pilaf. Is like this the best. Like you cannot get any better at this point. Just kill the 1 cost law, go 5 into leads, draw 2 cards, and pass, and then next turn we can start moving the Buggy and the Mihawk. Draw 2, trash 1, it's really nice. We can just get rid of one of the Mr. Bones. And we get another one, nice. Yeah, always the turn order, 5 into life. Maybe she takes it, maybe she doesn't. She doesn't, she counters out. We drop the Mr. 1. Draw 2, trash 1, we probably trash the crocodile, yeah. So we have the searcher for the next turn. If we go 5, we can still search, like 5 Don for the leader ability, we can still search 1 card with Mr. 3 if we don't wanna swing maybe 7 into life or something. Okay, she's playing the Dofi, which is her strongest card, and the Lim Searcher. Yeah, it's kind of sad for her. She has 2 cards on the field, on the board, which cannot attack because of our Buggy. Maybe she has a idea to get a round of our Buggy, but the Dofi is quite strong. Also, the event I never saw before, but anyways. And there is our Buggy. We will need it in the future. Yeah, should we play the Mr. 3? I don't think so. It's a good, a good chance maybe to swing 7 into life and use our Don for a different moment. Yeah, we swing with Buggy into life. At this point we maybe should also swing with Mihawk, because it's actually kind of useful. 7 into 5 is always strong, and also we have such a big board, but we wanted to play it a little safe at this point. I thought like maybe I can play the Buggy next turn and then bottom deck the maybe Lin and Kaido or something, which a lot of Lim decks are playing, or the 9 cost Zoro Secret Rare, which is also really strong and you want a bottom deck. So I thought like the Buggy is quite strong in this place. But yeah, he is playing the Sakazuki and KOs the Bones, and there our chance for sticking the 10 course Buggy to our board is gone. Especially we started, and here I was really happy in this moment. I remember it quite well because I wanted to play the bones and then play out the Buggy with our leader ability, and then I recognized, oh, I only have 4 done, and I was kind of sad at this moment. Yeah, because I actually wanted to get the Buggy finally to board. Feels so good to have it. And also it could have bottom decked the Sakazuki or even the Doflamingo blocker, which is probably one of the strongest cards in the deck. Yeah, so we go 9 into 7. He could block out if he wants to, but maybe makes no sense. The Dofi is really precious, I would say. Yeah, 7 into 6. He blocks out and stands up again his Dofi, which is kind of sad, and also his Luffy. So at this moment we cannot attack in any of his characters, but we still go into life, which is probably a good call. So we can, yeah, work a little on his life. He has a lot of character which are not really useful for him, but are kind of threat to, yeah, our characters. So now he loads up his Dofi because it will stand up next turn anyways. So he don't need to be scared that it will be KO'd like our characters now, which is kind of sad. Also, we don't have any counter power at this moment. This is like the disadvantage of playing out so many big characters. And also we didn't took so many life cards, which is the clapback at this time here. So yeah. But we are kind of lucky. We get the Crocodile, the Bones combo. So at this point we can think about what to do, and if we could use some of the Dawn a little better. So we're going 8 into 6 because also the blocker have 6, so we don't want to get another just blocker and 2k out of his hands. We really need to defeat some of his characters. So now I was thinking about using our Mr. 1, but I felt at this point, yeah, it costs too many Don, especially if we need maybe 1 Don for the other Mr. 1, for drawing a 2k or something. And or maybe you take the Mihawk is also good, always good to have a blocker. I mean, at this point it's not so needed. Yeah, maybe it makes more sense to play, to take the 2 cost counter, the 2k counter, because it, yes, it's, at this point the Mihawk is nice, but we need to defend our characters. He has such a big board, he can just go 9 into something, and yeah, we can counter out this one, but now he still 1 down KOs the Bones, which feels kind of sad at this point. Maybe we shouldn't have countered out. Okay, now we're getting our promo Buggy, which is, yeah, not the best. It's kind of sad at this point, because we don't need it at any point at the moment. It feels more like a brick, because it also doesn't have a counter, but this is the drawback on the strong card. So now we just go into life, 9 into life, really nice, he takes it. I was thinking on going a little, yeah, this was too much. 9 into 5, he blocks out. Now I was thinking about, should I use the Bones, Mr. 3 for going also into life? Yeah, so we 8 into 5. He blocks out with this Dofi, really nice, and now 5 into life. And he uses a 1k counter, and yeah, he has 5 cards left. He could play maybe another Adio, maybe a blocker, Rosinantes or something. Nope, he KOs the Bones. Now he makes sure to, yeah, we still have 2 cards in hand, so he needed to go for 11, because otherwise if he could have countered out, he would have lost at this point. So he has 2 dons left, kind of strong for his Adio, so he can give his Lim an additional 2000. But yeah, at this point we can just go yeah, 7 into 7 additional down to Buggy, then we can go 12 into life, and then we have 3 more for Mr. 3. So if he could counter out here, we still have another attack left, yeah. But he lost at this point, so yeah, this was yeah, quite a fast turn, I would say. Also, oh, let's check. Maybe his last cards were. I forgot to check. Ah, yeah, all of the removal cards, but they can only remove a 6 cost or lower. And nearly all of our characters are 7 costs, so there were kind of bricks sticking to his hand. Really sad that he had so many of them. It feels a little like our Buggy. If you are playing one, you cannot use them, and then they are just stacked into hand. Kind of sad that he drew so many of them. So now is the last game of today, and it is Enel against the structure deck 14, I think, Black Luffy, which is quite a strong deck. It won also some regionals. I saw the deck list popping up a little on One Piece top deck, but yeah, not the strongest. It can remove a lot of characters, but if you, yeah, kind of like maybe like Vegapunk or like Dofi, like a more pushing deck, then this deck I think has a hard time to remove a lot of characters. But if you're playing more like NL, like bigger characters, then it has a little more easier life into you. But I feel like for a lot of black decks, they can the removing power at the moment is really not bad, especially for the black decks, also for Lucci, for example. It's quite strong. So we had the good first turn playing the Flampe. Drawing one, get one from our life, playing the Shirahoshi blocker. He played the stage, which is really nice for him. He can draw a card, and his characters from Straw Hat get additional 1 cost plus. We get the Raigo, which is really nice for later of the game. I adjusted the deck build a little. I put 2 more Frankies in and cut it down, one of the Luffy and one of the Gidatsu. And also I think I did a mistake. I thought like the Gidatsu is kind of bad for us because, or not so strong because it KOs a card from our life. Like the cost from our life, but actually the cost are from the opponent's life. So if the opponent has 0 life, you can KO someone with 0 cost. So I was a little confused. I saw that, I think in the last deck analysis, or in the just last gameplay of Enel. Oh, I think it's in the future. I think it's a future gameplay I have with Enel again. And there I said that Kidatsu is maybe not the best card, but yeah, I was just a little confused at this point. Yeah, he has the Brook, kind of strong card, way too expensive. Anyways, 2 Tachigis now, which give both -2 costs, which is quite strong. He can KO Luffy. This is always the biggest problem about the Luffy. He can get KO'd so fast, and it's, yeah, always feels kind of sad to get KO'd without attacking. Yeah, so now we are at 8. At 8 on turn. The question is, what are we doing? We could play the Katakuri, but he can KO characters so fast. It's yeah, it feels kind of sad to play such a big characters because he can get rid of them so easily. He has a lot of small characters, so we want to have the biggest impact on the smaller characters. For sure, the Brook should go, but also Tashigi is not bad, so if we can get 2 of them, would be quite nice. I feel like also at this point it could have been an idea to just try to go into live, to push him down in this direction, because he, like the Luffy, the Black Luffy seems to play a lot of characters. So if you let him, fill up the board, especially with 4,000 characters, he has no chance in, really rushing you down so fast. and it always needs a lot of Don to go into your life. So could have been also an idea on just going straight into life and let him counter out always. Yeah, so at this point we KO'd something with Nami, we KO'd something with our leader, and playing the blocker Shirahoshi feels good to have her. And there is, oh, I forgot his name. We lost the Gedatsu and the ace, which is really sad because the ace is quite strong. Just going straight into life. The Isho. Yeah, strong character into Enel. Having a big hand size can backfire as well. And we got a lot of big characters in this game. It feels a little sad to get them so early. We definitely needed a little bit more of the smaller characters. Maybe also something to think about in the future. There's another high character. So now's the problem, do we KO the Isho and just go straight into life, which we probably should have done? Or, and KO maybe the Tashigi? Or, yeah, push the Katakuri, the Isho into life and give him additional life. Yeah, probably at this point I felt like the Raigo maybe is a better idea, but I think if I remember well, I used the Katakuri because I didn't expect the Luffy to KO that much of characters and did fast and easily. So yeah, maybe the Raigo would have been a better call at this point. Then we also could have used like 3 attacks, like maybe 1 into the Tashigi and the other 2 into life with each 5000. Then we could have used the Flampe with 4 Don as well. So we had 3 attacks and KO'd the Isho, which would have been quite nice. Yeah, there's the Jack, Ice Age, KOing our Katakuri. I mean, it's also really nice that he got the stage, which supports him a lot for the cost. Yeah, we don't have any counter power whatsoever. Like, just you are the one who should disappear, but using it for Nami would be a little of a waste. Yeah, now we are at the point where we, yeah, kind of get a problem. We should have maybe attacked the Jack with ace, and didn't play the Yamato. But yeah, I saw like his hand size is so big. We maybe should, yeah, we maybe should just push for life. But at one point Black starts to play a lot of Rebecca's and maybe other blockers, so yeah, I don't know if it is really a good call to use it in this kind of way. Yeah, now he's playing the Nico Robin and the Rebecca, which is quite strong. As I said, he's playing another, oh, the first blocker, not another one, and the Brook to KO our Yamato. Oh no, actually the Brook is kinda unnecessary, but the Jack and the Robin in combination KO. Yeah, so now we are in a really bad spot. We can only play big characters once per turn, and the problem is like he can KO now every turn another character. So at this point we probably should have used the Katakuri and push the Nico Robin back to life, or KO the Jack with our Raigo. But the problem is we also don't have any small characters, and if he rushes into life, we are kinda unprotected. Kinda sleepy after a long day of playing a lot of One Piece. Yeah, he lets it go, which is kinda nice for us. But also, even if we play the ace, he can block out of the attack, which is kinda sad. So I was really surprised when Robin attacked here and gave my poor ace minus 5000. Yeah, and then he's playing the Sanji, which immediately KOs as well. So, and then a Sabo for another blocker. Yeah, it feels really bad to be at this position where the Luffy player just overwhelmed you, and it seems like impossible to come back from this situation. So now we're thinking about playing. Oh, sorry. Playing the Katakuri. But the problem is, who should we push in live? Like, there are way too many characters on the board, and we can only push, yeah, like the characters which are not so much needed at the moment. So yeah, the Robin is really a big problem card. It's nice to get her out of the way, but we probably should have pushed her way earlier out of the way, like same as the Jack. Not so easy to deal with them. And there is a Shirahoshi blocker, which can give minus 4 don, 4 cost to Katakuri. He's pushing into live. He's pushing into the trash with the Sanji. Now he goes into live with everything he has, and yeah, we're trying to get a trigger out of hand, but it's only a Nami, which cannot help us a lot because of the additional cost all of his characters gain. We maybe could have used it for the Shirahoshi, but I'm not so sure if we even need it for the Shirahoshi. Because we have way bigger problems on his side of the field than the Shirahoshi. And now he has a quite big board. He can attack next turn quite a lot into our characters. And not in our characters, in our life. Which is, yeah, a little sad. So now we finally use the Raigo. We can use our blocker Shirahoshi for saving us maybe for another turn. I don't know. He has 3 big attacks, and there's the Moria. So now finally he got the Moria to play, and yeah, from here it probably is lost for us. Because he plays the Rebecca, plays the brand new for searching a character. Ice Age, strong card. All of this 5 cost reduction are really strong. So 7 to life. We could use our you are the one who should disappear, but I thought, like, why not using the counter first? And we took a Frankie, played the Frankie, really strong trigger in life, which is quite nice. The question is, do we want to lose the last life? Do we want to play the Yamato? Actually, the problem is, like, Yamato will not help us a lot because we can only KO 4 cost or lower. And he has yeah, a lot of characters which are over 4 cost, which is quite sad. So our only chance is playing Katakuri, push the Moria back in life, but Moria gains also 1 cost, so yeah. At this point, yeah, feels like this is the end, or last turn probably. We try to KO some of his characters at least, so he can only attack with maybe, yeah, the Moria and the Sanji. And his leader, of course, and maybe if we get a good trigger, we can live for another turn, but yeah, feels not that good, especially if he has, yeah, he has 10 Dawn up again, so not so easy. And there's another Shirahoshi minus 4 cost for our, yeah, for our Katakuri. Straight into life, getting, it's just a Yamato, no trigger. We're getting a Beiji, which would have been nice if we took it more earlier, but at this point, yeah, we didn't have any chance whatsoever with this life cards. We like with the hand cards we got from life. Yeah, so this was the last game. Kinda sad that we lost. I felt like the turning point, yeah, was when he played the Jack. Like, until here, we were probably safe. But when he started to KO our big character first and we couldn't really come out of the Jack, like the Jack was sticking to his field, we got a big problem. Like at this point we should have used the Raigo and keep up the pace with him, because whoever got the first big character sticking to the board probably wins, and at this point it was like, sadly it was him. And I tried to achieve a more wider board, especially with the Yamato, like playing another big character, but I didn't expect him to give us such a fast cost lowering effect, and especially if we would have got rid of the Jack, then it would have been way harder for him to KO something with Nico Robin. He could have played the Brook then. Yeah, he had 6 for if we would have KO'd it with the Raigo, he could have played this combo. Like the problem is like, what should we have played at this Raigo turn? We didn't have any 4 cost or lower, which is quite sad. If we had a 2 cost Shirahoshi and and the Raigo, we could have KO'd with the Raigo the Jack, played the 2 cost Shirahoshi and go with 7. Oh, we used 7 before, right? Yeah, maybe 7 into life. We also could have KO'd the Isho before with the Raigo, would have been also an option. Or we could have used. How many dons are we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so we couldn't play the ace, which is kind of sad at this point, because 10 into 8 would have been a cool call. He probably would have countered out, but anyways. We needed maybe a little more Raigos at this play. If we would have KO'd the Jack and the Isho just with Raigos, it would have felt really good, especially then attaching 4 Don into Enel and just go straight into life, or play like a 2 cost Shirahoshi. We were a little unlucky in the middle of the game, but happens to everybody. So I feel like a little unlucky, but still also we could have played a little better. So well done for the black purple, not the black purple, the just black Luffy leader. And yeah, thank you for watching the video. I hope you liked the small Sunday dump video and watched and enjoyed some of the a little mixed gameplays. And yeah, see you in the next week. Have a good Christmas and hopefully you have a good vacation time and have a lot of time for playing a lot of One Piece.